Hey guys, it's Ohmwrecker, and I finally unlocked the Crystal Cruiser in Faster Than Light. It's also called the Unknown Ship before you unlock it. But I honestly wasn't expecting to in my last playthrough. I was just playing the Rock Cruiser, and I was trying to unlock the B variant of that ship. And somehow I just happened to come across all the events needed. It started off with just finding the Stasis Pod, which I've done many times before. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot out of it, but I took the pod regardless and then had to scrap one of my other augmentations. Well, what's interesting is I came across another one, and I also saw that there's another way to address this first part of the encounter where you can use your rock plating to increase your odds of finding the ship and also getting the chamber. But since I already had a chamber, I took the missile instead and continued on. So then I found the Zoltan encounter that's needed to repair the stasis pod and then to get that crystal crew member out of it, since you need him in order to get to the wormhole. I've been to this part though probably 5 or 6 times now, and while I've always had the crew member after this, I've never been able to find the wormhole in the Rock Homeworlds, or I wouldn't be able to find the Rock Homeworlds as I continued on. Well, in this case I was able to find it, and it was just extreme luck. The rebels were just about to hit the exit. They were about to push me out of the sector, and I chose the right point. I'm still amazed by it. But you'll see here that you've got the option with that crystal crew to reactivate this ancient device. And then after it's activated, you get sucked into a completely new sector, which is called Sector Questionmark. What's cool about it is that it's a very unique sector with multiple points to explore. There's a lot of encounters you're going to see in this sector that you won't see elsewhere. And your crystal crew member will put a point on your map that'll tell you where his ship is. So what you have to do at this point is just get to that point, and then you'll unlock the ship. It's worth noting though that some of these encounters you're going to find in this sector can be really difficult. And the last thing you want to do is get here to this sector and then die on your way to the quest marker. So make sure you're ready. Before I wrap up the video though, I do want to talk a little bit about the sector and some of the encounters I found, which were very unique. And one of them was about a cache that was protected by some sort of crystal structure. I was able to use my crystal crew member to interfere with whatever was protecting the cache. But when I sent my crew member down, it set off some sort of singularity booby trap. So I chose the option to detonate my entire fuel reserves to escape with my crew and the cargo. What's weird though is I did get a weapon out of it, but my fuel was still there. I was kind of expecting myself to then be stuck without any fuel. I'm not sure if it's a bug or not. I'm going to report it. Another encounter was a standard rebel ship encounter. I went to go help the crystal ship, but the crystal ship destroyed the rebel first and then turned its guns on me. It was actually kind of amusing to see it turn out like that. But by this time I had a crystal weapon, I had 3 missiles, so there was really no challenge for me. And then I also came across kind of like a slaver type encounter where this crystal ship was rounding up all of the other aliens that came with me through the portal. And when I beat this thing up enough, it finally went and gave in. I did want to point out though, it does have a crystal bomb. I hadn't seen that before, but it actually creates a crystal lockdown on your room when it hits. But anyway, after defeating it, it offered me a crew member, which I took, and it turned out to be a human. And there's one last thing I do want to talk about. I did confirm this with the developers as well. When you play as the crystal ship after you unlock it, there will always be a wormhole leading back to the unknown sector after you unlock the ship. You still have to find it in the Rock Homeworlds, but it's always going to be there somewhere in that sector. So it's a cool way to prepare for the boss and get more unique weaponry and everything at the shops and with the encounters in that sector. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the footage, and I hope it helps you in unlocking the unknown crystal ship. Please do make sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends about my channel and share my videos with them. I always appreciate when you guys do that. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.